Kenya Government of Kenya. Weekly Overview, February 22nd, 2026. Chart increasing 1. Kenya launches National Carbon Registry. Kenya's government has unveiled a national carbon registry aimed at boosting transparency and credibility in the country's carbon credit market. Announced by the Ministry of Environment and supported technically and financially by Germany's GIZ. The registry will track and verify emissions reductions from carbon projects, especially forestry and renewable energy programs, prevent double counting of carbon credits, a major concern in global markets, attract climate finance and investment, while ensuring local communities benefit from environmental efforts. Officials say the system should be fully operational by the end of 2026, helping position Kenya as a leader in African climate action and sustainable investment. This aligns with the country's broader environmental strategy, including National Tree Growing Day and a plan to massively expand tree cover by 2032. Money Bag 2. Debt Management. $500 million global markets buyback. In a bid to ease ongoing fiscal pressures, the government of Kenya announced on February 18, 2026 that it will repurchase $500 million in existing foreign bonds, restructuring its debt profile. Up to $350 million of the 2032 bond and $150 million of the 2028 bond, plus interest, will be bought back. In their place, Kenya plans to issue new long-term dollar-denominated bonds with longer maturities. This move aims to smooth debt obligations after credit pressures and difficulties in 2024 to 2025 dented investor confidence. Officials say demand in global markets remains strong, allowing Kenya to refinance on more favorable terms. Sheaf of Rice 3. Drought challenges. Rising hunger in northern Kenya. Meanwhile, the government faces a deepening humanitarian and environmental crisis as a severe drought intensifies food insecurity in northern counties like Turkana. Tens of thousands face acute hunger, with limited water and food resources. Cuts in humanitarian aid have worsened the situation, with organizations warning of critical shortfalls in emergency food supplies. Kenya's National Drought Management Authority reports 9 counties under emerging drought conditions, increasing social risk and pressure on public resources. The government's response includes supporting food distribution systems and water access initiatives, but critics say more funding is urgently needed to avert a larger crisis. Airplane 4. Airport strike ends. Operations resume. After a 2-day strike by workers at Nairobi's Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, operations have now returned to normal following negotiations between unions and the government. Workers had demanded better pay and improved working conditions. The Ministry of Transport and relevant authorities reached an agreement to address key concerns, allowing flights to resume with minimal delays. Kenya Airways and airport authorities expect full schedule recovery within 24 hours. This resolution underscores the government's role in balancing labor relations while protecting Kenya's vital air transport infrastructure, key for tourism and commerce. Warning 5. Allegations over Kenyans fighting abroad. A parliamentary intelligence report has revealed that over 1,000 Kenyans may have been recruited to fight in the Russia-Ukraine war, a sharp increase from earlier estimates. The key points include recruiters allegedly targeted ex-security personnel and offered incentives like pay and residence benefits. Some government officials and agencies, including immigration bodies, are accused of complicity in facilitating travel through third countries. Kenya's foreign minister is expected to raise this issue with Russian counterparts during upcoming diplomatic talks. The government has not formally confirmed these figures, but the development has raised questions about regulation of foreign recruitment and the welfare of Kenyan nationals abroad. Pushed in broader context, recent trends and ongoing policies. While this week's highlights reflect current governmental actions, it's important to place them in the broader political and governance context. Clipboard policy reappointments, strengthening institutions. President William Ruto signed multiple reappointments to state boards and advisory bodies in late February 2026, ensuring leadership continuity in sectors including tourism and coastal development, health research, e.g., Kenya Medical Research Institute, youth and women's economic empowerment initiatives. These reappointments aim to stabilize strategic initiatives across ministries and state corporations. classical building legal and political developments. Recent court decisions have also shaped governance. The Court of Appeal upheld the constitutionality of the National Government Constituencies Development Fund, NGCDF, reversing a lower court's decision, an important affirmation of public finance frameworks in Kenya's devolved system. Pushpin conclusion. This week's developments portray a government balancing economic restructuring, environmental leadership, social stability, and international engagement. From climate finance infrastructure to critical debt management and humanitarian challenges, the government of Kenya remains central to navigating both opportunities and constraints facing the nation in 2026. If you like, I can also break down what these developments mean for ordinary Kenyan citizens or provide a timeline of key actions by President Ruto's administration. Just let me know.